This was me when I first switched to keyboard and mouse. And this is me now. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. As you can see, I improved so much in only a short period of time. And if I can do it, you all can do it too. Now in this video, I'll be going through everything from my setting, my setup, and finally what practice I used to do that made me improve so much. And with all the tips that I'll be giving today, I'm very positive you'll get so much better in less than 24 hours. Alright, first of all, let's talk settings. Okay, so here are all the settings that I'm using currently, and honestly, it's probably one of the best optimal settings out there. Now, the thing is, we're all different, so make sure you actually go here and test out every setting and see what fits you the most. If you prefer low settings, you probably can use Peterbot settings, because Peterbot is considered a low sense player. And all the settings that I have here is basically what I copied from pros as well. I used to go through different pros and check their settings, and whatever fit me, I just put it right here. And next is my keybinds. Now, this is probably not the best keybinds you're gonna find there, because there's nothing such as an optimal keybind. Now, same thing with keybind. It's better that you go see other pros and see what keybinds fit you the most. I mean, Peterbot has the worst keybinds ever. I'm not gonna lie, his keybind is crazy, but he's literally the best player as well. So again, there's nothing such as an optimal keybind or optimal sense. You just go and see what fits you the most. However, for starters, I would suggest that you have some of your builds on your mouse. I personally can build my wall and my ramp both using my mouse, and this honestly makes building so much easier because all I have to do is just press these two buttons and it just makes everything easier for me. I have my left shift on the keyboard and my R for the floor. But honestly, this is not even the first setting that I started with. I used to have many different keybinds, and this is what I settled with after a few weeks of trying, I would say. So I would suggest you come here, you try it first and see how you like it, and then you start with the next step. For the next step, I would suggest you go to any training map, and this is the map that I use and the map that I like the most, honestly. Now, what I like about these maps the most is they have all these modes: 1v1 build, peace, edit, and aim. These four right here is the most important things that you're gonna need. So first of all, I would go for aim. Now I'll come here, I'll go for the flying bots and start practicing my aim. This learning helps your far range aim and your crosshair placement, and honestly, these two are one of the most important things you need when trying to improve and actually be good from far range, which is really crucial, especially in competitive matches. Oh, I missed that. Anyways, and then I'll spend at least 5 minutes here, and then I'll switch to another mode with the shotgun dodging right here. Now this is also very important as it helps with your close range aim, as well as knowing how to bob and weave and get different angles when trying to fight in close range, which is also very crucial as being good in Fortnite heavily relies on picking good angles. And once I spend at least 5 minutes here, I switch to another mode. Now the tile frenzy is probably one of the best modes here. This helps in your reaction time when it comes to mid-range aim, which is also very important if you want to be good on keyboard and mouse. This also is going to help you get a good feel on what's the best setting would be for you to use. And lastly, I go for the pump flicks, which as you can see from the name, it helps you practice your flicks, but more than that, it helps you in improving your reaction time and close range accuracy overall. Oh, I missed that one. Bow. Now you spend at least 20 minutes here, your aim will improve very fast. Now for the next map is going to be this editing map, which will help you improve everything you need. This map will help you improve and master double edits, triple edits, and even quad edits. Now there are different levels and it depends on what level you're on right now. If you're still starting, maybe you should go with the first level and move on to the higher levels once you get better. Now I spent around 20 minutes practicing my edits, but back when I switched to keyboard and mouse, I would spend at least 1 hour a day on my edits, and honestly by the end of this you should be able to go through all these edits with ease. Like I always say, you should be patient and take your time on those edits, and remember, improving takes time. But if you keep trying and failing, you should always keep going because that's the only way you can improve, and I believe everyone can do it if they put their mind into it. Now the next part of the map will be the piece control practice. Now this is probably the most important part of the whole day. Piece control is important because it's basically what makes you control the fight, and it gives you the advantage you need over other opponents in any situation you're in. And in this map, there's a variety of situations that you can put yourself in and practice from. Piece control is where I spend most of my time in. I will spend somewhere around 1.5 hours to 2 hours just practicing piece control. And because this map has a lot of different simulations, it makes me ready for a lot of situations that I'll probably counter in real game. Honestly, you don't need to be fancy, just make sure you get good angles and make sure you're learning how different peaks work, because just by learning how to get good peaks, you will take yourself to the next level. One thing you have to take note of is that if you're fully new, this might be the toughest part, but if it makes you feel better, I was also in a similar position, but after spending so much time in it and not giving up, I managed to finally pull it off. Next is the free-for-all maps, which I highly recommend you to play because it is what really matters at the end of the day. And what I mean by that is that those free-for-all maps are what real in-game scenarios would feel like, with the mats being capped and the weapons randomized, as well as the location being random. This is the closest you'll get to fighting in real games. And the reason I like those maps is because if you want to practice in real game situations, you would have to load in into real games. However, the problem with real games is that the queue would take time, and then if you spawn and then you end up getting eliminated, you'll have to go back all the way to the lobby and then load into new games again, which takes a lot of time. And the reason I like those maps is that because you can easily find opponents, and the time you spend on practicing is gonna be much more than just practicing normally or randomly on a battle royale game. By spending few hours playing these free-for-alls, you should definitely see an improvement in your skills by a lot. Now obviously don't expect to be the best or do very great from the start. You're probably gonna die a lot in the dumbest ways possible, but it's all part of the process, and by the end of this practice you will probably end up looking like this.
Oh my god, that was clean.
Okay, next thing I'll be talking about is Fortnite Reload. Now Fortnite Reload is literally the best mode in Fortnite to improve. Because one thing about Reload is that if you queue into the game and you go into the game, it's so easy to find opponents to fight, and usually the queue time doesn't take too long because there is a way much less players than there is in a normal battle royale game. So what I like about Reload is that not only are you constantly fighting and constantly improving and constantly learning, there's also the FPS or like the input delay that's usually you have in normal games, and that's actually a really good thing to practice with, because when you're playing any mode in creative, whether you're playing the free-for-alls or whether you're playing the normal 1v1s, you're not getting the same ping or the same input delay you will have in a normal game. So that's why Reload is literally one of the best modes to practice in. Because one thing about Reload, if you get eliminated, you don't get sent back to the lobby. You have 3 chances in one game. That means the amount of constant fighting you're gonna be put in is literally gold. So to everyone who's currently switching to keyboard and mouse, or you're still practicing your keyboard and mouse skills, I would say you have to spend a bunch of your time on Reload. Every time I have a tournament to play in a normal battle royale map, I first come to Reload and I warm up in Reload. I don't really warm up in creative maps. I mean, I do, but most of my warming up will be in Reload. And finally, for my setup, I'm using an RK61 for my keyboard and Logitech Pro Superlight, and honestly, they're both incredible combinations so far. So to summarize everything, start your day with the aim practice, and then go practice your edit, and then switch to piece control, and then spend around 30 minutes doing 1v1s and free-for-all, and spend the rest of your time on Reload. That's it. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you're excited for the new season, I mean, it looks amazing. Let me know in the comments, and thank you all so much, and God did.